Hello everyone, my name is Tsarina Deonarinesingh and I am a ChildLine Virtual Ambassador. Now today I'm going to be telling you a story, so I hope you all enjoy it. The title of my story today is The Snake and the Squirrel. So we're just going to begin. So there was once a snake and a squirrel who lived in a tree. They had been neighbors for quite some time, but knew very little about each other. The squirrel would always observe the snake at the top of the tree and wondered to himself, what does the snake eat? The squirrel would gather his acorns and eat them daily, but he never once saw the snake eat. He often admired the snake's glistening skin and wondered if his diet had a role to play. So he decided to ask the snake, "Mr. Snake, we live so close and see each other every day, but I have not once seen you eat. What is it that you like to eat, Mr. Snake?" The snake replied, "So delightful of you to ask, Mr. Squirrel. I do see you harvesting your acorns daily and think to myself, how delicious." The squirrel inquired, "So, you like acorns, Mr. Snake?" "Well, I've never had an acorn," he replied. So, being the kind squirrel he is, he said to the snake, "Why don't you come over to my place and I'd feed you? You seem very hungry." Later that day, the squirrel prepared a feast of acorns for his friend, Mr. Snake. While eating his first acorn, the snake began to choke and exclaimed to the squirrel, "I think it's stuck. I'm choking." So Mr. Squirrel scurried across to help his friend, and as he placed his hand in the snake's mouth to remove the acorn, the snake snapped. "Ouch!" the squirrel screamed. "You bit me." Mr. Snake replied, "Oh, I'm very sorry." "I forgive you," replied the squirrel. After this, Mr. Squirrel decided to reschedule the lunch. The next day, when Mr. Snake came over, he snapped at Mr. Squirrel's tail. "Ouch! You bit me, Mr. Snake." "I'm so very sorry. Your tail looked like an acorn," replied the snake. And Mr. Squirrel replied, "I forgive you." The next day now, Mr. Snake showed up to Mr. Squirrel's home. "But Mr. Snake, why are you here? All of my acorns are finished." The snake replied, "I brought you some acorns this time, but it's stuck in my throat again. I need you to get it out like you did the last time." So Mr. Squirrel rushed to help his friend. "Ouch, Mr. Snake, you bit me." "Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Squirrel." There was no reply from the squirrel. The end. So, moral of our story today is to forgive but never forget. Now, I'm not saying to hold grudges against anyone. I'm not saying to be upset with anybody and everybody all the time because they did you wrong. But instead, what I am saying is to forgive them and learn from the experience. So a friend hurts you just like Mr. Snake hurt Mr. Squirrel. Forgive them. Think about what you can learn from the experience. Think about what you can gain. Think about how you can grow and better yourself as a person out of this experience. Don't forget what happened, because if you do forget like Mr. Squirrel did, it'll happen again and again and again until something worse happens. Now, forgiving may take some time and it's okay. It doesn't happen right away. That's no problem. But the important thing is that in the end, you do forgive. Forgiving can help you so much. It can help you be at peace. It can help you be more happy. It can help you build stronger relationships with your friends, with your family. So, don't forget, but always forgive. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye-bye.